So now we're able to develop a pretty comprehensive behavioral profile. But let's talk about the 6 pillars. So we have a 6 needs, but there's also this 6 pillar model. And this is the most effective that I've found so far for how we estimate the 6 pillars, this first bullet here, how we estimate people's decision process. And they're different from the human needs map because the 6 pillars are how we make decisions and choices. The needs are what we seek from other humans. 6 pillars is all about choice. And we can identify somebody on the 6 pillars chart just like the needs. We can do it auditorily. We can hear them talking and identify where they are. And typically we can spot it visually. And I'll show you how easy this stuff is to do. The green arrows indicate the interconnectedness of the entire thing. So the green arrows that we're going to see here on this map show how a person chooses friends and what they're most closely related to. So we'll typically have 1 or 2 of the 6 pillars. But let's talk about what they are. Each one of them has a question. Deviance. Is this going to help me stand out and break cultural and social norms? It's a big deal. So let's think of this as a decision process. Wherever you are on the 6 pillars map, that's the reason you bought your last watch. It's the reason you bought your car, the kind of car that you did. It's the reason you made a decision to sleep with someone in the past couple of years if you're single. It's also the reason that you've bought a lot of things in your life, just about everything. It's also the reason that you'll decide to confess to a crime. It's the reason that you will decide to break against the rules and do something that's completely not in line with your character. 6 pillars are pretty important. We can spot the deviance person who likes to deviate from cultural norms from a mile away. Anybody who's paying attention, we can see the person who's got their hair dyed a different color. They've got a couple of nose rings, or they're wearing an outfit that deliberately deviates from cultural norms. It's pretty easy to see. The novelty people are wondering, is this noticeably new and are other people going to see it? These are the people that are sending you the new songs that just came out. These are the people sleeping outside of the Apple store when the new iPhone comes out so they can be the first to have the new iPhone. They're the friends that we all have that want you to update your phone or want you to get something new or want to show you something that they've got that's brand new and nobody else really has it yet. We've all got at least one of these people in our lives. Next, we have the social. Does this decision make people around me show interest or connect with me? Now think of this from any perspective. So let's just think of something absolutely mundane that we would never really associate with a major life decision. Let's think of buying a case for your cell phone. The deviance person is going to say, can I deviate? Will this help me break cultural norms? The novelty person, are people going to see this brand new iPhone if I cover it up? No. So I'm going to get a clear case so everyone knows that I've got the iPhone 11 Pro, or I just got the brand new whatever Google phone is out. And the social, will this make people around me show interest or connect? The social person's looking and saying, what's going to draw attention? If I'm a guy and I'm in Houston, I'm going to get like a Houston Texans football thing to show that other people that connect with me that they like the team too. Or if I'm a woman, I'm going to get one that has the little liquid and glitter inside of the phone case, or a man who could get that. But I'm trying to show you that all of our decisions go through these filters. And the conformity, people who are in conformity, is this acceptable to other people in my group? We see conformity at the high end of income and the low end of income. You go to a high income neighborhood with houses that are over, I don't know, 400 grand, and you'll see the same Lexus, the same BMWs in the driveway. You stand there in the morning and watch everybody come out of their house wearing the same Brooks Brothers pants, Brooks Brothers shirt, and golf sweater vest. And their yards, if their yards get an inch and a half too long, they have like a $300 fine. There's rewarded conformity in the upper echelons of income, and down to the bottom in low income neighborhoods, there's also a lot of conformity. The same clothing choices, the same cars are driven, the same linguistics and the way people speak are very similar. So that's the conformity there. So the conformity guy, which I'm a pretty strong conformity person on here, that's the guy who's going to get the most non-specific phone case that he can get. This is probably what everybody else has got. It's probably reliable because other people have bought it. And I'm going to get this phone case. The necessity person, we all know one of these people, at least one. We know the friend of ours that's got a cell phone that's extremely outdated. And we keep telling our friend, you need to get a new phone. This is crazy. They've got a new phone. You can literally get a new phone for like $60. And that's the necessity people. Is this absolutely necessary? Is this something I have to do? I'm only going to do that. But if the necessity person does get a new phone, let's stick with this phone case example. If they do get a new phone, they're going to get the best case that protects their phone because it's necessary to protect the investment. And finally, down here on the bottom right, we have something that says financial. But I would like for you to think of this as investment instead of it saying financial. So, and this is time, money, and energy. And the question they're asking themselves is, am I going to get a return on this investment of time, money, or energy? So we know that that's the reason they're going to make a decision. If I'm trying to talk somebody into doing anything, I have to know where they are on the 6 pillars. Otherwise, I'm doing something equivalent to a lockpick when all I needed to do was take the 6MX and it's a freaking key. And this is the key. And this is the difference. This is what makes the massive amount of difference. So in any of these, we know we can profile our friends. And that's one of my first challenges for you is to go through the needs map and the 6 pillars and go with one of your coworkers and think about one of your coworkers and profile them. And then think of a situation with that person. Think of a time when maybe a family member or a friend got really pissed off in a situation, got super upset, angry. And in the end, if you go back and look at that person's needs, look at their fears and where they are on the 6 pillars, you can see the reasons for all of their behavior in the past. Granted, this is not some illustrative study, and it's not some bullcrap personality test like the MTBI or the Myers-Briggs. This is something that's very individual to people, but it also illustrates the influence levers of how they can be influenced. So I hope that all of you are in the mindset where we know we can pretty much spot anybody on here, all 6 types of these people from 30 yards away. We can spot them from across an airport with a pretty easy technique here. But we can also hear it when they speak, and they reveal it pretty quickly.